guys. Injuries, Jordan Elliott was out with concussion, didn't return. Flanagan fouls, knee, didn't return. Bernardo Green with the neck. And Aaron Banks left for concussion also. Go ahead.
What part of this game was the biggest disappointment for you?
I mean, the whole game was. So to label the biggest one, the first half, just the run defense was real disappointing. I thought we got out of gaps a number of times. I thought we had way too many missed tackles. Just them being able to control that clock in the first half was one of the worst ones I've been a part of, just for as far as a half. I thought we stepped it up there in the second half, did better, especially in the run game. Offense got an opportunity to get going. They gave us an opportunity to get back in the game. And then to have those 3 turnovers, that all 3 led to touchdowns with 21 points. You top that with the penalties and stuff, and that's how you get embarrassed like that.
How did you guys commit back-to-back too many men on the field penalties on defense? How's that happen?
The first one, they had 12 personnel, 2 tight ends in the huddle, which means we have base defense out. They sent another receiver on the field to sub, which when they sub, they're supposed to allow us to sub. So as soon as they did that, we started to change our personnel, and then they rushed up to the line and snapped it. It was a strategic play by them, but one that I don't feel should have been allowed. They didn't give us time to sub on that, and that's why I was upset on that. And then the next one, because they got away with the first one, they tried to do it again the next play, and that's when I went out there arguing again. This time they did allow us to sub. I was out there screaming the whole time, so I'm not exactly aware of what happened with their 12 guys, but obviously we had 12 guys out there. They gave us time to sub, and we didn't get one off, so the second one was on us.
Kyle, it was 17-7, and Brandon threw the interception. Looked like it kind of went through Debo's hands. I mean, how big was that play in the grand scheme of things?
I mean, when you play first half like that, we gotta be on in the second half. And I loved how we came out on that kick return. I thought that was going to give us some huge momentum. Got called back with that penalty, so we had to go on a long, good drive. And on that drive, I think we got stopped on 4th and 2. But our defense, I think, held them to a 3 and out, so we got it right back. And we were driving, and that seemed like a hell of a throw. They had some soft zone, and he threaded in there between their 2 backers, and looked like it went off Debo's hands. And that was huge because we were trying to get back in the game, but also because he got a big return and got 7 points off.
The second week in a row, a lot of penalty issues. What's your frustration level right now with that play?
Big. I mean, that was huge at the beginning of the game. I mean, we were struggling to get the ball at the beginning of the game, and both of those first 2 drives. We had 2nd and 1 and go back to 2nd and 6 on that tip ball. And then the next one we started in 1st and 20. So I thought that killed us in the opening drives. And I'll see on those special team ones, a couple I looked up on the scoreboard and, see on the plane how much we agree with them or not. But we got to be much better with penalties, obviously.
And I know you never want those issues, but when you're missing as many key guys as you are, is it even more imperative to play clean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm really not concerned right now about how many guys we missed today. We didn't play good enough, so that's not a factor. But when you are missing some guys, you do have to be better. And when you have those penalties, and we didn't stop the run like we did, and having those 3 turnovers in the second half, that's how you get embarrassed.
When did Brandon go ahead?
What was your assessment of how Allen performed, and then do you have any better sense now of if Brock can play against Buffalo?
I thought Allen, from what I saw, I mean, first of all, we all got embarrassed. No one played that great, but Brandon, I thought he did some good things. I thought he made some big throws. Just the plays I can think of. He had a rough one in the beginning that he threw to them. They dropped. 2 plays he just slipped on that field that hurt us. But I thought Brandon made some big throws and stuff and gave us a chance.
When did he injure his finger?
It was a few weeks ago. Whenever we reported it.
Why start him in spite of that injury?
Because he's not hurt.
Okay.
You said why start him? Why start him because of the injury?
In spite of the injury.
He's fine. He hurt his finger like 3 weeks ago.
Do you have a better sense of if Brock can play against Buffalo?
No, we haven't done anything since. He's been rehabbing the whole time here, and I'm sure we'll take him through some stuff early Monday or Tuesday and got a better idea then.
How close was Trent today? What was that decision?
It was close. I mean, it took it all the way up to now, but all the way up till today. But he was hurting yesterday a little worse than last week at this time, which made us nervous, and didn't wake up good today.
What did you see from Christian today?
We didn't get our run game going much. I think we only had about 14 carries, and Didn't see much from anybody today.
Do you feel like you guys have lost some of the physicality that you guys tried to have as a building block for this team?
And what aspect?
It just seems that in the running game both ways, the offensive running game and then the run defense just seems to be. It almost feels like you guys are kind of getting pushed around in front.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good old line. They got a good scheme. They ran the ball well. I mean, when you say we're missing physicality, I mean, we are missing some guys, especially some of the more physical guys in terms of like Greenlaw and stuff and some of our D linemen and, losing our biggest run stopper and Jordan Elliott during that game. So when you're missing some guys out there, which makes a difference, but I thought they did better in the runs versus in the second half. Offensively, I don't think we're lacking physicality. We just didn't get a run game going today, and a lot of it has to do with not attempting to do much of it too.
You guys are good?
It's good.
Thanks.
All right, guys.